Hi, I'm Natalie with Eminence Organic Skincare, and welcome back to another In the Mix. Well, today is #AskNatalie, and I'm here at your service. So apparently we took a poll through our social media, and 1,300 of you want to know how to get rid of blackheads. Obviously, blackheads are something that we don't like to see. When you look in the mirror, sometimes it looks like we have like a little bit of pepper all over our nose and our cheeks, sometimes our forehead, and we can find other areas of the body, believe it or not, even in your ears. So we want to make sure that we're giving you the best advice possible and the things that you can do at home in your home care routine to minimize the appearance of your blackheads, as well as maybe preventing them from coming back again. So how are they caused? How do they show up in the first place? So there's quite a few factors that can contribute to blackheads, and one obviously would be your environment, because depending on where you are, the pollutants that you're exposed to, just even sometimes sitting at a desk all day long, you're not in an environment that may be well circulated. So a lot of the particles obviously might just end up landing on our face. So where we have on our faces, we have a lot of little pores, and inside the pores we have oil, and oil can get sticky. So if you think about it, you got sticky and dry, and then they're going to connect together and they can end up landing on the skin, and then we can see the ripple effect from there. Other reasons could be your diet, right? It could be things that are going on inside your body that are actually creating the body to produce more oil, which can happen. And the other could be hormonal changes. So a lot of hormonal fluctuations in the body can also contribute to the excessiveness of it and also contribute to blackheads. And then you can also think there could be the possibility of medications. Now, when I speak of sometimes diet and medication, we are also looking at maybe the dryness around the pores that can also occur. So some of us out there may see the appearance on our skin around our pores might be drier and tight, and some of us may look at our pores and see them a bit more expanded and a bit shiny, or have more of that reflective look, and that could be from the oil in the skin. So we can be dealing with blackhead visually with two different types of pores. So we want to also make sure we're using our home care products to address both of those types of situations. So that's when we're looking at how they're caused and what will contribute to them in the first place and what you could be looking for. Now, the other question I get before I go into the products that you should be using is, can I squeeze them out? Okay, so I know. You're going to want to go close to the mirror, and you want to get right in there, and you take some tissue, maybe not, and you're going to squish and squish and squish and push as hard as you can to try to get these little things out of your skin. Now, there's quite a bit of things that can happen here. You can end up with a big mess. Okay, so a lot of redness, and it'll look 3 times bigger than it was before, and with no luck with bringing them out in the first place. Some of us also might go to the store and grab one of those little metal tools, and then you're gonna get there and squish it a little bit there too, causing additional damage. Now, why is this not such a good idea to do it yourself? Is because you can end up with things like scarring or damage to your skin, which is then going to ripple down another lane in order for you to remove the appearance of those situations on your skin. So please, my friends, book an appointment with your esthetician where that you can get a proper skin analysis, and they'll remove the blackheads for you in a very professional and clean way, and also make sure that the right products are going on afterwards. So if any of you actually have a story to share about your experiences around blackheads, I would love to hear it, and successes, of course. So now let's talk about what will help the most for it. So as I mentioned, that you may either have a drier skin, or you may have an oilier skin, or a combination. And the way that the blackheads are going to be sitting in your skin might be a little bit different. So let's start with oilier skins. If you are oilier, this is what you want to do, is you want to be minimizing the appearance of oil altogether on the skin, and you want to look at bringing that pore that's wider a little bit more snug, and allowing that flow to happen. Now, with blackheads, always keep in mind that there isn't a blockage over that pore, right? So it is still open, but we want to make sure that we're lifting off anything that might be keeping it stuck in there, and also opening it up so that it's free for us to clean it out as estheticians, but also to prevent them from coming back in the future. So a couple of things you can do is get your favorite cleanser and add in an exfoliant. Generally always go and grab our Stone Crop Physifoliant, and the reason why here, it does have a Zuki bean in here, which is really good for helping remove the appearance of oil in your skin, and also letting that blackhead have a little wiggle room, so it's much easier for it to come out, and also to refrain from them coming back again. So good choice here. And add a little bit of water to the cleanser and the Fizzifoliant. You're going to get a little bit, like as it says, it's going to fizz up. And this can be used daily. Now, daily for my oily to combination skin types. Now let's move to the other side and think about normal to drier skin types. Can you still use the Fizzifoliant? Yes, but I would drop down the usage to maybe 2 to 3 times a week because of the Adzuki and, as I mentioned, and the oil. So since drier skins tend not to have as much oil, we want to make sure we're not over exfoliating to the point that you're seeing more of a drying effect. So that is a golden rule here. If you do not want to go for the Fizzifoliant and you're the drier skin, go with one of our exfoliating peels. Super easy, pump, wipe, and leave, and that'll give you the benefit, and you can still do that 2 to 3 times a week and get the great effect. And then of course you can use 2-in-1 exfoliating cleansers. Example, the Mangosteen exfoliating cleanser is very good for that. Now, what about the hydration? What about making sure that the finishing care products are in your favor? I have 2 moisturizing treatments that I want to share, but we're also looking at what are we doing for that treatment midweek, and of course, I'm bringing out one of our super favorites, and that is using the Duo. So we have the charcoal on the one side, and we have the pomelo on the other. Now, when you're using charcoal, it's going to help draw out like a magnet. So it's excellent for the T-zone area. So if you're experiencing a lot of comedona breakout in the nose, the forehead, of course there's that deep line that's here, this is brilliant. Whether you're oily or dry, completely fine as treatment. If you are more of a combination skin type and you're dealing with dry and oily, then you have the other side, which is the pomelo. Benefit of the pomelo mask is there's kaolin clay is here as well. So you have a drying out, but without drying the skin. So you have a choice when you use the Duo. You can mix them together. You can wear them in the T-zone itself. You can put one mask on one side, put it on the other. But just know that you have a magnet type of treatment with the charcoal and the kaolin and the pomelo on the other side that's a little bit more moisturizing to the skin. So have fun with it. It's really great. And you've probably seen some of us show pictures on Instagram with this fabulous mask. Finishing products, moisturizing care. The 2 I'm going to show you can be mixed together, or they can be used 1 a.m. and p.m., and they can also be used underneath your regular moisturizing care. The first one I bring to your attention is going to be our brand new Acne Advanced Hydrator. This is a fantastic moisturizing agent that will not dry out the skin, but will definitely minimize the appearance of any oiliness and really help with minimizing the size of your pores and prevent blackheads on the skin. So this can be used on that end. And then we have the bamboo firming fluid is for the other side, and we love this one because it really encourages a healthier looking skin, and it helps minimize the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles, which isn't so bad either, but also looking at that pore that might be a bit tighter and drier will create more flexibility and create a more of an even skin tone and finish. Now, why can't you put them together? Sure, why not? If you were going to do so, here is my blender, my mixes. If you are oily, I would do 2 pumps of the Acne Advanced Hydrator, and then I would do 1 pump of the bamboo firming fluid. And if you're a dry, we're just gonna flip it. We're gonna go 2 pumps bamboo firming fluid and then 1 pump of the Acne Advanced. So you can try them as a solo first on the skin and see how it feels. One will give you a little bit more of a mattifying finish to the skin, and the other will keep that moisturizing and possibly a slight dewy finish to the skin. Whew. What do you think of that? It was a lot of information in a short period of time, but I really hope what we shared today will really help you with minimizing the appearance of the blackheads in your skin and also help shrink up those pores and create a little bit more hydration all the way around. So if you'd like to see more of these, please don't forget to hit subscribe and ring our bell. I'm Natalie with Eminence Organic Skincare, and I'll catch you next time.